My colleague Mustafa Sheikh is also joining me on the story. Mustafa, this is big news coming in from Bandra, one of the poshest localities that we know in the city of Mumbai. Lilavati Hospital is where Saif Ali Khan at the moment is being treated. A surgery is taking place. If you can tell us, what is the police saying at the moment, apart from the initial statement that has been made? Mustafa?
Ji.
Mustafa, we can see an initial statement being made by the police. If you can also throw some light on what exactly, in which direction is the investigation going? Is there anything else that the police is saying apart from the initial statement that has been made that this was a robbery attempt?
If you look at the police statement, they say an intruder. They are not saying whether it was a robbery attempt or whether the person was a thief. He is an unidentified person. Now, remember that it can be a normal robbery, but any robber would know who Saif Ali Khan is. Generally, you don't see a robbery attempt in Mumbai where a person gets attacked when the person enters to take something down. So these are all things which the police is investigating, and hence they have said an intruder had entered Saif Ali Khan's house. Whether the injuries he has suffered during the scuffle, what was the intention of that intruder when he entered his house, and he has suffered some previous injuries as the sources are telling us, and some is likely to undergo a surgery at Lilavati Hospital. So these things raise a lot of questions. One, on the actor's security. Two, on the motive of attack. And three, whether it was indeed a robbery attempt or something else. So this is something which the police will investigate. And remember, whatever is happening with Salman Khan, whatever happened with Baba Siddiqui for his Bollywood connections, so Bollywood is under limelight, and under attack. And such, even if this attack seems to be a robbery attempt, the police will take it seriously, investigate it from all angles, because a person entering Saif Ali Khan's house and attacking him, seriously injuring him, is a big thing which has happened, and hence the investigation will progress. As you rightly said earlier, that Saif Ali Khan is not in a condition to give statement. Police would be recording statements of the people who have witnessed the crime or were around it, and then they will progress further. But they will have to investigate all angles in this crime battle.
Thank you, Mustafa, for giving us those details. As my colleague rightly pointed out, that at the moment, all that we know is that there was an intruder. Whether this was an attempt to rob the house of Saif Ali Khan, that's something that will get clearer as the investigations proceed. Here's an excerpt from India Today's conclave in 2024, where Saif Ali Khan is in conversation with news director Rahul Kaman. Take a look.
We want you to look at your journey and tell us how you think you've changed as an actor in these 3+ decades. What is it that you know now, you do now, which you weren't aware of when you were just starting up?
Well, I did my first film in 1992, and a lot has changed. My approach, obviously, at that time, I was fresh out of boarding school in England. My father, I think, had spent so much money planning a different future for me. But nobody had really asked me what I wanted to do. And I think, I don't know whether it's about having my mother's blood in me as well, but I've always been very interested in films and loved movies. But it took me a while to find my feet. And I think what's changed is absolutely everything. There was a time when I just kind of buckled down and said, I really want to understand this job and this craft, and I want to become a better actor. And I feel it's the most wonderful profession in the world, and I'm still scratching at the surface of figuring out how to play parts and how to kind of create an impression on screen. And it's the most magical thing. And it's something that I hope I can continue doing for the rest of my life and continue growing. I had idols when I was younger, like a young Johnny Depp, a young Brad Pitt, actors like Al Pacino. But now I find actors like Gary Oldman, I said Al Pacino already, have become my heroes, because I think it's a craft that you should keep evolving and getting better with. So I don't know what changed. At one point just said, I want to get better at this.
I've heard you say this once earlier, and I heard you say it as you came into the guest lounge tonight, that you could well have been living off your mum and your parents, right? Is that something that really
I don't know if I could have lived off them, because I don't know how much money they would have given me. At least my father was very clear. He told me when I was very young, he said, oh, I'm giving you this much pocket money. I think it was about 2,000 rupees a week or something. He said, oh, when you're older, I mean, when you're 21 or 22, I'll give you 20. And I thought, that would be great. You know, I thought it would be amazing. But he... I don't think expected that of me, and it was never really an option to kind of live off them. My father told me, don't expect any kind of financial inheritance, and don't count on anything like that. The world has changed. What I'll give you is a good education, and I'll pay for that, and the rest is you're on your own.
Ruchika.